Hey guys,
We're here today to check out the latest from Destruction, Diabolical. They have a new album coming out on Napalm Records in this new year, and we're here to check out the first single that they've released for our viewing and listening pleasure. By the way, happy belated birthday, Schmear. It was his birthday last month. So, anyways, are you ready for this?
yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's check it out. Shit, I had a radio like that when I was a kid. Holy shit. Fuck, love the eyebrows.
Malicious. What I do is vicious. I am Diabolus. You are under my spell. I am the demon. I am the ruler of hell. Diabolical. Diabolical. Fire of harmony. I'm born of destruction. For freedom, money. Scandals and corruption. Tragedies. Political intrigues. My business is malicious. What I do is vicious. I am Diabolus. You are under my spell. I am the demon. I am the ruler of hell. Diabolical. Diabolical.
They found a guy to look like a fucking serial killer.
No, the Mad Butcher is the Mad Butcher. So
It's a perfect fucking movie, though, man. That'd be kind of like a Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lambs, like mixed with, like a normal serial killer, because he also eats the people.
And he makes food with them.
Oh,
yeah, that's why he's the Mad Butcher.
That would be a cool movie. Literally, it would be a cool horror movie called The Mad Butcher, and that's the whole premise of the movie.
All right.
Relax
yourself. Fuck.
No, because the video was very...
the video was cool. From that perspective, the backstory...
The whole backstory... I mean, I hate the fucking haircut.
What, the braid at the back? The rat tail at the
Yeah,
back?
what the fuck? How do you get no hair anywhere else, but there's like a dope fucking diamond shape of hair that grows so long that you're able to braid it?
Dude, like almost every bald person, they have hair around. They
Yeah,
have
I
like the
know.
orbit.
That's weird. Like,
So you could just let that orbit grow and it would be freaking massive.
But that's weird.
Why is it weird? It's the way it is.
No, but that's weird how people bald, but they only bald from like here.
It's genetics. I don't know. Like, why are you asking me about baldness? When I start losing my hair up there, I start gaining it in my ass and shit. Talk about being weird. Now that's weird.
Samurais, they would cut their hair like that. They would cut their hair like they're balding.
I know, but they did it on purpose, so that was badass, though. That was cool.
But that was it wasn't cool.
Some of the Shaolin monks, they used to shave their head all the way up to them, up like half, and then they would have everything into a massive braid and shit. Well, some of the monks have the whole head shaved.
Or some of them would just make their forehead a little bit bigger.
Yeah, that's what I just.
No,
that's kind of what I was saying. But anyways, we're getting
not half.
All right, whatever. We're getting fucking sidetracked. Let's get back on this because this song brought me back to my teenage years, like thrash metal at its best here. This was like fucking Circle Pit from the start to the end.
Yeah.
I was listening to this. Never mind the backstory of the video. The backstory of the video is fucking cool. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't come here for the video. I came here for the riffs and everything else. I'm listening to this song, and in my mind, I can vision.
You're a kid again.
Yeah, and I can envision myself as a kid doing the stomp in a fucking circle pit, going around like.
I always think about this.
Fuck, this song is just like. Is it like I don't care? You know what? If you're in a wheelchair, if you're freaking Superman after that horse incident, and you're in a wheelchair, and you wanna get him to walk up again, fucking play this shit. The fucking guy would like leave the wheelchair behind. He would start walking. This would make a paraplegic walk. This fucking song is energy, man. Like you wanna fucking like just go, like go. I wanna go. No, I'm not masturbating, even though that's what it looked like.
Especially the sound.
The sound. Fuck, this was fucking good.
I always think about this. Bands like this, they would do if.
Oh, these guys are a classic. I mean, they've been around for forever. They're like one of the iconic thrash metal bands of all time, definitely in the big four of German thrash metal. So these guys are like, we're not worthy, we're not worthy. These guys are amazing. But anyway, sorry.
But I always think bands like this, they for you they do so much more than they do for me. But I still enjoy them.
Listening to this shit.
I enjoy it so much, but I know for a fact listening to it that you're enjoying it 10 times as much as I am. Because not only for me is it like I'm enjoying it now, but you're not only enjoying it now, but you're also remembering back in the day when you enjoy shit just like this, and so.
But it doesn't sound dated. It doesn't sound like it was made in 1988.
It has a dated sound, but
it has a modern production, but it has that old school feel to it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it has that old school feel to it.
I feel like these guys though they're from Germany, but I feel like if they were from America.
I think the drummer is Canadian, by the way. I mean, Destruction is a German band. Schmier is German, but I believe the drummer is Canadian.
But if they were, always back in the day, if they were in America instead of Germany, imagine how big they.
I don't know. I
feel like they would have been even bigger.
See, when I look at thrash metal in the U.S., everybody always goes to the big four: Anthrax, Megadeth, Slayer, and Metallica, and everybody forgets about Testament, Overkill, Death Angel. To me, those bands were literally better. When you look at thrash metal, to me, they were actually better than some of the ones that are in the big four. Because if you look at the big four, you look at Slayer to me always had a little bit of a death metal vibe to their sound. Always, from the beginning. If you listen to Hell Awaits, that album sounds a lot more like a death metal album than it does a thrash metal album. If you listen to the early Sepultura stuff, for example, there's a lot more of a death metal influence than there is a thrash metal influence. And then as they moved on, obviously it became, when you move into Arise, that becomes more of a thrash metal album. But if you look at Schizophrenia and the stuff before. But when you look at the discography, of Testament, When you look at the discography of Overkill, Death Angel, through and through, from the first record to now, it's pure thrash metal, like unadulterated thrash metal. And I think the same could be said for Destruction, bands like Tankard, Creator. Those bands stayed very close to that DNA. The DNA didn't really change through time.
That's why but
I always feel like they don't get the same recognition. They don't get the same.
Yeah.
They don't get the same love. And I honestly, I don't know why. Like I don't get it.
But that's why I said I would place them there, because this sound. Obviously I didn't grow up with this. Most of this was you, but listening to it, it still gets me. It gets me going, and I love it. But then when I listen to this and I go and listen to like Metallica, right? Metallica for me is like, we see Metallica. I like Metallica, but I like these guys a little bit more, and it's just because of the vibe I listen to. Like a Metallica song, it doesn't feel the same.
Diluted.
Over time, obviously, it's going to feel diluted, and it's also going to feel overplayed.
But what I'm saying to you is
that's the thing.
But there's the Metallica before the Black Album, and then there's the Metallica after the Black Album.
Yeah.
Right? These guys don't have a Black Album. These guys are Destruction from the first album all the way to now.
Yeah, so they haven't had that change, and they didn't need that change.
They don't want that change.
They don't want that change. This song and
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with Metallica and changing. But for example, if you look at this, may piss off a lot of people, and I don't care. In my opinion, if you're really looking at the not original, but the traditional, if you want to look at traditional thrash metal bands and you want to create the thrash metal big four, then to me, Death Angel, Testament, Overkill, and Megadeth, those to me are the four that stayed true and true with the genre from the beginning all the way until now. There are some variances here and there, but they stay true. I love Anthrax. But to me, Anthrax, almost, I'm not saying they don't deserve to be in the big four, but man, Testament has a better, in my opinion, they have a better discography. They have through time they have a much larger discography. Even Exodus, I not even mention Exodus. There's another band, Exodus. So like, if you're looking at thrash metal, when you look at the big four, I think everybody's looking at the big. They consider them the big four based on what was done from 1992 beforehand, not from the full-on discography. And I think you have to kind of look at the full-on discography.
Yeah.
Where are they now? Like, and what are they doing? And that's not taking anything away from anybody else. I just love the fact that these guys, this song brought me back to my youth, man. I'm listening to this track and I can envision the circle pit. The moment the first riff comes in, everybody just start fucking going. The two solos, which is like,
yeah,
I love that old school shit. Two guitar solos on one track, super over the top, very well done. Continuing the energy that the song has. They don't break the track. They don't slow down the track. They continue the energy of the track. That scream at the beginning, opening up. Fuck, that's like Go, but without Go.
Yeah, that is the Go.
That is the Go without the Go. You know what I mean? Like that's the thrash metal blah. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. I love this shit. It's just that raw energy that to me was always, like, when I got into metal, it was all about the tight jeans, the high tops.
And the raw.
And the raw sound, that energy, raw sound, that bubbling violence from within that the music would allow you to exercise in a healthy and safety way of a venue at a show. Fuck, this was just so good. So good. For a first single for the new record that they're releasing with their new label, Napalm Records, fuck, this is all I want.
Yeah.
This is all I want, really. I know for me it has a much
like
special
I was
place
saying,
for
like
than
I was
you.
saying, thrash metal in general for you has a bigger impact for you.
When it's done right,
It's good.
yes. When it's done right.
For me, thrash metal was never my favorite, part of type of metal. It was also not my least favorite. It was just the metal that was in the middle for me. But whenever I find a band that's thrash metal that's able to hit that spot for me, it's always a gem. And these guys are that.
Yeah.
I said, Metallica, I like Metallica, but those are all like, I like them. But I don't
And I like the new album. The Hardwired to Self-Destruct is a great album. But tell me a song from that album that matches the intensity and the energy of this track.
Exactly.
There's not one.
Yeah.
I like the Spit Out the Bone. I like Hardwire. It's a great, one of their best albums
but the
in a very long time.
The key word there is like. I like it, right? It's like, you know, you love Slayer. You know, I really like Slayer, but it's not.
You love Slayer.
I really like
Slayer.
See, the thing is, those bands for me, I can listen to them and I can like them, but unlike you, they don't have that value that you have for them.
Yeah, because it's a nostalgic thing.
But like these guys, you know, it hits that gem for me. So it doesn't matter that I didn't listen to them when I was younger or I wasn't from that era. Since they're that gem for me, it doesn't fucking matter to me. I'm rocking out and I'm vibing to it.
Just to finish off this video, I watched the 40th anniversary Metallica concert. It was 2 concerts. I didn't go to San Francisco. I watched it on Prime TV. It was free. I know, I'm cheap. It was free. So I watched it on Prime TV. Both shows back to back. They were in 2 different nights, but I watched them back to back. They were available. And, you know, they played everything from the Kill 'Em All album all the way to Hardwire. They played songs from the entire discography, right? And it was like traveling through time listening to those songs. But there was not, outside of the Kill 'Em All record, maybe rather like more so Kill 'Em All, but outside of Kill 'Em All, that has like whiplash, like songs that have this sort of ferocity, it's hard to find songs that really make me, Metallica, as far as Metallica is concerned, it's hard to find a song that makes me want to go into the pit and fucking go nuts. Like I can listen to like Harvester of Sorrow, Short of Straw, I can listen to all of that stuff, you know, Fuel, whatever, and I'm headbanging, I'm like, fuck, I love this shit. But outside of the Kill 'Em All record, outside of that record, like Hit the Lights, Whiplash, you know, Seek and Destroy, outside of that record, there's really not an album from Metallica that has songs that make me want to go into the pit and go fucking nuts. Like this one.
Definitely Fuel gets you there.
Fuel gets me there, but Fuel is so polished. It doesn't have that old school thrash sound to it. Do you know what I mean? It's a heavy song, but it has energy, but it makes me want to rev my car and drive fast. It doesn't necessarily make me want to get into the pit. This one makes me, like, you know, like when I was having a hard time booking the vaccine, I was fucking punching that car.
Yeah.
Imagine if this shit was playing. I'd fucking rip the steering wheel off of the fucking car. I would have walked out with the steering wheel. I would have ripped the door. We would have a fucking doorless car at the end of it. Fuck. This was
very modern.
Very modern. Very Mad Max.
Yeah, very kosher.
On that note, let's just fucking move on. All right, guys, this was a great song, great video. Thank you for watching. Keep your eyes and ears out. Destruction has a new album coming out on Napalm Records. This is the first single, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
See ya.